Hey family, welcome back to our channel.
Today we're doing a Q&A that we posted on our Instagrams. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, here they are. This is kind of going to be a rapid fire.
You guys like my glasses?
Oh, shit.
Feeling myself.
Some Bad Bunny. Drop some Bad Bunny gems.
But first of all, before we continue, I just want to welcome every new subscriber that is here. Thank you so much for the support. I hope I see you in the comments. I hope you guys are hitting the like button. But today we have some questions.
All right, so JenBug85 asks, how do you guys network and keep expanding your circle with positive people? I would say social media has been our best friend because we absolutely do not go out.
We don't. It's definitely on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to be, out more often, but we are kind of getting out of the whole
COVID situation.
So we did have like 2 years where everybody was just trying to like stay to themselves. So we kind of lost some time on networking face to face with people, but we definitely do network on social media with people.
Yeah, we network that we meet there, and then if you fill them out, if they're good, then you plan a date.
And if you guys are wondering why we're holding this, it's because we don't have the other mic to the camera, so we had to.
They're not wondering. Next question from Jenbug is, how do you guys as a couple support each other when one comes up with an idea that can be super risky but also bring financial freedom? For example, becoming influencers, investment, opening up a studio, fire heart.
Are you going to answer this one?
I go.
I honestly feel like that's very easy for us. We've always been very into this world in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not necessarily exactly how we're doing it now, but we're very similar in that, even if we don't like exactly the same things, they like go hand in hand. Like, for example, when I started doing makeup, he started getting into photography. Makeup and photography go hand in hand, and we started working as a team, and it has always evolved to where whatever he's doing complements what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I feel like another thing is that, let's say when somebody brings up, let's say an idea, we attach to that idea, we have to bring the outcome of what that would bring. So like, for example, I said, let's open up a studio. Why we're going to open up a studio is allows us to bring on more people. We won't have people in the house. So like you bring up the whole concept.
Creative. How does that benefit us? And then there is, benefits to having your own space. We want to work with brands. We want to expand what we do as a business. So we had to take it seriously. So yeah, definitely. Anytime that we bring something up or that any one of us has an idea, we always come down to the table and we discuss like what would be the actual benefit of us doing this. Because sometimes you do waste time, but you don't want to do that too often.
Like when I say, babe, I need a new camera, I need to have an explanation as to why I need a new camera.
He always has an explanation for me, and he's the overthinker here. Like, he's the one that really analyzes whether we have to spend. Like, he's very frugal when it comes to that. Like, he doesn't want to overspend where overspending doesn't need to be made. I'm more like relaxed with that. So whenever he says he needs to buy something, I don't sweat it too much because I know he's thought about it 50,000 times before he
she also knows that I will figure it out after. Because she'll say yeah to just make me do whatever we're going to do. And then she's like, okay, I made him do it. Now I know he's going to figure it out somewhere or another.
Yeah.
So that will continue.
He works best under pressure.
Yeah. Goldie asks, will Frozen Visuals continue the journey with you guys at the new studio, or you guys are only doing the podcast there? So Frozen Visuals is our media company. So it is my Instagram for photography, but it's actually a media company. So everything that we do becomes from podcasts, being an influencer, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything falls under that umbrella.
Slow down. This is not a race. I feel like you're always in a rush.
I am in a rush.
No, you're not. Stop. Nobody's waiting for you to finish.
But yeah, everything falls under that umbrella, under Frozen Visuals. I think you mean, are we going to do photography clients here? We are not. The space is too small.
The idea of Frozen Visuals has definitely evolved. When my husband here, Darwin, was doing photography for clients, it was more so obviously for the extra cash. And secondly, it was a learning journey for himself. Like, he was, constantly learning how to get better at it and taking on clients just allowed him to get better and better at that craft. But eventually, that was more like a
Stepping stone.
stepping stone for him. Like, he knew that he didn't want to do that long term. He has like a very a bigger, broader vision of what he wants Frozen Visuals to be. Will he do it in the future? Who knows? Maybe. But that's not really his focus right now, I feel. So.
Next question from Steve-O Mercedes, my guy. What are your opinions on personal space in a relationship?
I think it's very important. I think it's important to respect the other person's personal space, but I also feel like don't take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You know, some people claim that, you know, like, I need my personal space, but it's because they have a whole different life on the other side.
Yeah, I don't
you
feel
know?
like we ask each other for personal space.
We really don't.
We kind of know, like, okay, she's just like not in the mood right now.
Right.
Just give her her personal space. But if your partner be like, I need a month of personal space, I'm like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, and in our opinion, it doesn't work that way. We know that different relationships work different ways, you know. But for us, we're pretty happy around each other.
Yeah.
And pretty much like whenever, you know, I'm having a day, which he knows, we stay. I do my own thing. I'm Netflix and chilling by myself, you know, or doing whatever I have to do, and he leaves me alone. Like, we're not really like on each other's business, but we are because we live together.
And I don't ask for personal days off. I ask for more personal love.
Yeah,
I'm definitely the most affectionate.
But it is important to understand. I feel like just respect and understanding your partner's needs is very important. Whatever that looks like for you, just respecting each other's needs as a couple.
Yeah. He also asks, what keeps you motivated? Trying to see how far I can make it and push myself, and like what I could kind of leave my kids, like all the information that I did not learn, or that my parents didn't learn, or their parents didn't learn. So like now that I know it, I feel like it's my duty to.
It's like a challenge.
To bring it to the most I can. Like, hey, I failed in all this, do all of this different.
Yeah, the same thing for me. What motivates me is my family. Like, I want my family, not just like us and my kids. Like, I want my mom, my dad to be able to like relax at some point. Like, that's my biggest like wish and motivation. And of course my kids, like, but I do realize like my kids are young. They have so many years ahead. They have so much possibility.
Yeah.
But I also want to be like that example. I want my children to look back and be proud of their parents. I want them to feel like, wow, like my parents did it. I could definitely do it. You know, I want them to find motivation in us.
Yeah. And not give them excuses. Like when they bring an idea, like as they get older, like, hey, I want to start this. Like be able to say like, yeah, you can do it. Like this is the way you can do it and the way it could work. Because I feel like the minorities again would when you used to bring up an idea, they will kind of say like, oh my God, no, like that's impossible. Like, you know how much money that would take,
or just point out like everything that could possibly go wrong.
Yeah,
we don't do that here.
All right, next question is, he also asked, what is your work-life balance? We don't have one. We work 24/7, literally.
There's no other way to put it.
You gotta grind right now.
Well, because we have regular jobs, so it's very hard. But I must say that what we're doing on the weekend, you know, it's a lot more fun for us because it's something that we want to do. We get excited when we get like feedback from you guys, so it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
And we get to do it sometimes with our kids around, so it's complicated, but we're hanging in there, and we try to also give like our kids attention. And like now we just put them in like classes so that they can feel like, okay, it's not just that they're doing their own thing. Like they want to see me, because my kids are interested in different things right now, and we want to be as supportive as possible. So it's complicated, but we try to have some balance so that our kids can get the best parent that they possibly can.
Why is Darwin so powerful? I used to be addicted to Frosted Flakes. And
Okay.
still am. Yeah. Your opinions on social media and how they affect your family personally. We love social media. We
Yeah.
think it's toxic, but
Yeah.
we also feel like there is a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, we from that lens, we think that social media brings on a lot of opportunity if you use it the right way. But I do feel like it's toxic too at the same time. It's like a love and hate relationship.
Yeah. Alicia Elizabeth said, "How are you both doing?"
We're doing good.
We're good. We're great.
Yeah. Feeling proud about ourselves with everything that we've been doing. You know, a little overwhelmed sometimes, but overall we're very good. We're thankful with God. So everything is good. We're healthy and yeah, we're good. Thank you for asking.
Yes. She also asked, "What makes your marriage strong in your own opinion?" I feel like communication.
Yeah, I think we've said this so many
Yeah, we
times.
always say it.
But yeah, for sure. Communication and just accepting each other the way we are. Working as a team always. We always work as a team. Like, we're not against each other. He's not my enemy. Like, we see each other as one.
And we always clarify like our goals. Like, we might say have a plan this month, but if next month like the goals change, we're like, okay, I bring it up to her like, babe, actually I think we should do this way, or she'll tell me like, hey, I want to try this, and I'm just like,
remember
let's
how
do
we
it.
used to think of this was better, but now I think this is better. You know, like just keeping the communication flowing.
Christian Lai, my guy, being full-time workers, full-time parents, etc. I'm sure there comes times that y'all feel as though there isn't enough time in the day to do everything you want to do. What is
Like
your
today?
Today was crazy.
Yeah.
What's your driving force that keeps you dedicated and committed to being creators?
Our driving force is the end goal that we have, which is to be financially free, happy, and be able to care for the ones that we love. Like, that is what motivates us every day.
And we also enjoy doing this, even though
Right.
it's like a task sometimes.
is.
It's
It's a job.
Yeah. We enjoy seeing the growth, and like every time you elevate, Monday 6 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening and you're not subscribed, we on Spotify. But yeah, elevate, and like just looking back at where we started and where we are today is like, wow, this is dope.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we have our own studio space. Like, that's a big deal for me, at least. Like, I would have never thought this was gonna happen. And yeah, it keeps little stepping stones like this one keeps us going, because we realize, oh my God, like, even though sometimes we feel like we're stagnant and nothing is changing, little by little we are making progress, and we just need to be patient. Like,
We actually sometimes feel like we don't document enough.
Yeah, we don't, because we be in the moment.
Yeah.
We be so in the moment. Like, the least thing we're thinking about is recording that moment. But then we look back and we're like, damn it. Like, I wish we would have recorded that. Sometimes I wish I had like somebody with me, like reality
24/7.
reality TV type of thing, and just follow us around, because sometimes there's just certain things that you forget, and it's just cool to witness again.
Maribel asks, what brings meaning to your life?
Having purpose. Is
that your stomach?
Oh my God, I just ate. I don't understand. And my family, really. That's what gives my life meaning. Without family, I feel like everything is just whatever.
Yeah, I concur. Family. And
having
I'm just going to say family.
And having a personal purpose, because sometimes, like, you could have family, but sometimes you're missing like that personal purpose. For some people, it is to be to take care of someone, to be like, let's say, even like, I don't know, home health aides who care for a patient. There's people who are caring, who want to be nurses, who want to be doctors, who want to be whatever it is you want to be in life. But that is your purpose, to be inspiring to people. Like, I feel like that's one of our purposes. Like, we want to inspire people to be better. That's part of our purpose.
What are you most proud of one another, her of you and you of her? You of first.
What am I most proud? Oh my God, I'm so proud of so many things with you, honestly.
Why are your eyes getting watery? Jesus Christ.
Stop.
Oh, you're so cute.
Why am I crying? I don't understand.
I'm not cutting this
That's
out.
serious. I mean, it is, but it's not. Well, you've come a long way. There's certain things that a lot of you don't know yet about my husband. I don't know why.
Okay, she's just really proud of me. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, okay,
I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. What am I proud of her? I think that you are becoming a great mother. I mean, you always have, but I think you're like embracing it. Like, hey, I'm a mom.
Embracing the role?
Yeah.
Or feeling more...
I think you used to doubt yourself. So now you're just like, no, I can do this. So I'm proud of that. And obviously I always try to push her as much as I can and tell her that she's capable of so much more. I don't know if she believes me. I tell her in front of people, so I'm going to say it right now in front of camera. Maybe she sheds some tears right now because I'm zooming into her face right now. She doesn't know this.
Stop.
But yeah, I think she's capable of a lot. And,
but calm down a little bit now. Yeah, like my husband, he had not the best. I mean, I'm not gonna say the worst either. Like he comes from a family where they're a bit broken.
A bit.
I'm just trying to be nice.
More broken than your jeans.
Oh my God. So, he got into a lot of trouble as a young adult. He's always been a very good person. Like I could always see it from the moment I met him. But he was, he got into things that he wasn't supposed to get into as a young adult. But I always saw his potential. Like, I just always saw his potential. We had very deep conversations from the moment that we met, which was 16 years old. And after him going through, which you guys will know his full story at some point whenever he feels like sharing it. But after everything that we've been through and the hardships he's had to go through, losing his mom very young, seeing the person he is now and how strong-willed he is to like push forward and to always be better is something to admire.
I'll give a kiss one. All right, let's keep moving. What's your ideal way to spend the vacation? What is a vacation?
What is that?
Yeah. Honestly, we haven't even gone on our honeymoon, guys.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that. We have been on vacations though, but usually our vacations are to celebrate our kids' birthdays, and we take
times.
Yeah, we take them
somewhere that they want to go. Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, we went to Florida. Oh,
by ourselves.
Yeah.
We did.
That was great, actually. We said we need to do it again.
Yeah.
But we actually created content.
Yeah.
We
were working.
Thing, so we ended up working.
But
it was fun.
Yeah, it was. But we're just so focused, you guys. It's not like we feel like, oh my God, like we haven't taken vacations. Yeah, sometimes it gets to me and I'm like, damn, like, are we like wasting time and not like traveling enough? Like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe social media makes me feel that way sometimes.
Yeah,
like I'm not traveling enough. But then when I think about it, I'm like, you know what? We know what we need to do. We're not the type of people to do things because other people are doing it. And listen, our time will come.
We're trying to be on a permanent vacation.
Yeah,
Let's put it like that. What's something you used to believe about relationship but no longer do? Not necessarily about relationship, but about marriage. I feel like growing up, I think I said it in another podcast, everybody used to be like, don't get married, it's gonna fail. Which, yeah, some marriages fail, but usually marriages that fail right away, I don't think the people were either truly in love or spend the time to actually nurture that marriage.
Right. I think that's something that I can relate to. Like you would always hear some people say like, oh my God, that's just a piece of paper. And once you sign it, it's like everything goes downhill. Yeah. Like on the other side, it just gets ugly, like for a lot of people. And I feel like, first of all, going into marriage with that kind of mindset, you're really on your way to failure because you're already looking at it at the wrong way. And also, it's very important to just view marriage as a partnership and not as for me, for example, I truly believe that you have to go into it thinking about it as a partnership, especially for men, where sometimes men can say, like, they go into marriage thinking, let's say they really like their woman, but they're looking at that woman as their maid, basically. Yeah. Like their mom. And sometimes, like, you have to be very clear on whether that other person wants to take on the role that you want them to take. Sometimes that's why I feel like some marriages don't work, because the man goes into it thinking that you should have this specific role. And sometimes, especially nowadays, women are very independent. Women work. Sometimes both people have to be working in the household, and that woman doesn't want to take on the role that you exactly had in your head. So if you aren't communicating with that person, what are your goals, how you see yourself living, you could definitely get yourself into trouble by marrying someone and not meeting their expectations.
And this is how the podcast go down. What she was just talking, this is what we talk about on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what it sounded.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. What do you think your best and worst personality traits are? Mine, I will say, is I'm an overthinker because I'm a perfectionist.
Best or worst?
Both. No, they're both bad.
The fact that you're a perfectionist can definitely backfire because you overthink everything. But at the same time, you're always pushing yourself because you're a perfectionist. So it's like a double-edged sword.
My good one, I guess I'll say, is like I'm a doer. Like if I say I'm going to do something,
for sure,
I'll figure it out some way.
I would say my anxiety, letting my anxiety like get out of control to the point where it makes me doubt my abilities. Like when I'm not anxious or overthinking anything, I'm unstoppable. I feel that way. I feel like there's nothing that is too hard for me. But when I'm in my head, doubt can definitely creep in. And so I could start thinking like, is it really possible that I can do this? Like, can I actually do this? Am I meant to do this? And that's terrible. And my good quality is the fact that I'm able to recognize when I am in a bad mental state, and I'm able to recognize when I need to get help, when I need to get out, when I need to flip the switch. Even though I'm in that funk, I recognize that it's not right. So I feel like that is my strength. Like I'm able to recognize when I'm in the wrong, and I try to fix it somewhere or another.
Ajas asks, if you could pass one message for your followers, what message would it be?
Be happy. Do anything it takes for you to be happy. Whatever that looks like for you. Do not follow other people's trends. Do not follow what everybody else is doing. That has nothing to do with you. Like find your purpose. Find what makes you happy. Some people's purpose is literally just being a mom, and they're happy. They're happy seeing their kids, do whatever it is, caring for their kids, cooking. Some people's purpose is cooking, and they're happy that way. Some people's purpose is just simply being an employee and working a 9 to 5 and just having good benefits. Like whatever that happiness looks like for you, just embrace it and don't compare your life to other people.
I will say take more risk. If you feel like stagnant and if you not going nowhere, you feel like everything is a routine, change something, take more risk, take the leap of faith, and that's it. All right, and to close us off, the last question is, what calms you down the most? For me, having money.
Woo. Okay, I can agree with that. Stability.
If I don't have money, funds are running low, I'm stressed out.
You know what? I can kind of relate to it. I can second that. Because for me, stability gives me calmness. Being stable, knowing, not having to guess whether tomorrow I'm going to have money or not. Like stability gives me peace, for sure. I think that's why, we hustle so much, because we want to be able to have that kind of stability. which we do now, but it's through different means. We want to get stability through our own terms. So, yeah.
Money's not everything in life, but money is everything in life.
After God,
Dinero. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll let you guys know on the next Q&A. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. And if you want to see us dance some bachata and some salsa, follow us on TikTok. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. We go live every Monday. At what time?
6 p.m.
What's the name of our show?
Elevate.
Why?
Because you need to elevate your life.
Peace.